Of course, the context of it all is that it's been a week of chaos in parts of KwaZulu-Natal. The SANDF has been on the ground now to assist police in restoring order. But now, people are scrambling to access fuel for their cars and to get basic groceries at shops. ENCA's senior reporter, Siphamandla Goke, is at a petrol station on the N3 in Pietermaritzburg and joins us now for an update. Siphamandla, it's one thing for us to say that the reality of shortages of things such as fuel because of the disruption of the pipeline industries. It's one thing for us to describe it. It's quite another for us to show and tell. Where are you at the moment and what are you seeing?
We are on the N3 between Pietermaritzburg and Durban. This is one of the filling stations here en route to Durban. As you can see, Bongamkiza is showing you visuals of the SANDF members looking after this strategic filling station for now, because I can tell you that now the aftermath, the reality is kicking in, it's sinking in now. Would you ever thought, Tula Sizwe, that you will see soldiers guiding a petrol station here? People are fighting over fuel, literally. Where we are right now, I can tell you that we are seeing a snaking queue of motorists and cars coming here to try and fill up. We know that most filling stations have been closed for at least 2 days or so. I've counted about 22 soldiers looking after this petrol station here, ensuring that there is order and stability. They are manning the entrance to this filling station here. There is a soldier who's controlling cars that are coming in here. They've taken over this now because it's a strategic place for now, because people are looking for fuel. It's been going on in many parts of the country. The violent protests and looting that we saw in KwaZulu-Natal, it's been made worse by the fact that on the N3 in Moy River, 33 trucks were torched. Part of those trucks, or some of those trucks, there were fuel tankers there, and there has been no movement for the past 2 days. No economic activity has been taking place. I spotted gas fuel tanks being escorted by police yesterday to try and reach various filling stations so that at least people can move now. A lot of people have been running out of fuel. As you can see here, this filling station, it's really chaotic. The queue is very long. Unfortunately, we won't be able to show you that long queue. Bongamkiza is trying, but I can tell you it's packed up for kilometers, people trying to fill up before they reach the economic hub of KwaZulu-Natal, which is Durban. They are coming all the way towards the capital city of KwaZulu-Natal, which is Pietermaritzburg. So the reality is kicking in now. It's sinking in that this devastation that we've been seeing over a number of days now, this is where we are. This is the aftermath. The soldiers are guiding this petrol station and people are literally scrambling to fill up. Others are coming with containers here to ensure that they've got enough should they run out of fuel.
Sure. I mean, those visuals are extraordinary, Siphamandla. If you just imagine that stretch of the N3 highway there close to Pietermaritzburg and try to estimate the distances, it's possibly about 1 kilometer or 2 kilometers even for that queue just leading into that. I would say maybe 1 kilometer thereabout for people to get to the front of the queue. And I imagine that the soldiers, members of the SANDF, along with SAPS, are now stepping up to the fore to, protect some of these infrastructure, because, there's been a concern of, is the situation completely under control? No more burning of infrastructure such as this, or, do we still have something to worry about?
There have been concerns about petrol stations being targets here. It's not something that we can hide, according to messages that have been circulating. There were reports that petrol stations are now becoming targets, because it seems as if this is a well-coordinated economic sabotage now, if you look at it that way. If people will target petrol stations without fuel, people can't move. There will be chaos in the country. So the deployment of the SANDF members, assisting, of course, SAPS members here, is to ensure that at least fuel stations, petrol garages are looked after, so that at least that economic activity in the country can take place, because without fuel tankers coming here to fill up Tula Sizwe, motorists will not be getting petrol, and no one will be moving. People can't go and buy food. People can't go and try and hustle, because I can tell you that the rest of this week is almost gone now. We anticipate that at least things will start picking up next week in terms of more businesses opening up. They are gradually opening up, but many business owners are still scared, and others are busy with cleaning and mop-up operations. So this is needed in terms of ensuring that at least people can move while they are trying to rebuild their lives.
All right, Siphamandla Goke, thank you for that. You've got me wondering there about, as you are talking about the disruption to fuel supplies and other pipeline industries and network industries, and around issues of food shortages and groceries and some of the areas that have been targets. It's got me wondering if that was not really the intention, part of the intention, let's say, of those who instigated all of this, that sow chaos, create a situation where there are food shortages, where, you know, people are gridlocked because there's no fuel, and hopefully in doing all of that you can destabilize the country. Let's surprise them, South Africa. Let's see if we can get these network industries and pipeline industries going, with us being as patient as we possibly can under the circumstances. Let's read it for what it is, right? That perhaps the whole point was to sow confusion, was to sow chaos when there's food shortages and people are now desperate and we turn on each other. Let's not do that, because it's quite possible that was part of the planning that went into all of this. Siphamandla Goke, thank you for your reporting. I believe we might want to keep